Hey everyone, and thanks for joining me today. So in this video, we're going to be going over a Popdock demo, and I wanted to record this video showing a demo that I'd normally show to someone that shows interest in Popdock, reaches out to us, or maybe hears about it at a conference and just wants to learn a little bit more about Popdock. And what you're going to see today through Popdock is a tool that is ultimately going to save you time, make your job easier, and let you operate more efficiently. And if you're someone who needs data from multiple sources, in your day-to-day workflow, it's going to let you get at that data easily. So this is the first screen. This is popdock.com, and this is what you'll be logging into each day, because I really see Popdock as one of those programs that you're going to be wanting to open right when you get in the office, throughout your week, Monday morning, or really any day of the week. I'm someone who opens up mail right away, or our chat program. Popdock is the next in line for that. It's going to be one of the things that you have open all day once you have it set up, because it's going to have all your data in one place. So from here, I'm going to simply log into Popdock. This is an account that I've already created and have been using for demos. So as you can see, it already has some lists along the top. Now, if you're just starting at this video, we do have a few other videos on this channel that show more of the basic stuff: how to create lists, how to add lists, really how to set up an account in general. So definitely check those out if you're just starting out or have any kind of questions along the way. So as you can see here, I have already added lists from Dynamics 365 Business Central. We have some GP data, some Zendesk stuff. So the first one I'm going to jump to is purchase orders. And, kind of as a little backstory, or, a use case, you're in the office, it's Monday morning, or really any day of the week, and you have your Popdock set up in a way that it has the data that you're going to be needing to look at day to day. So the first one we want to jump into is some of our purchase orders. And we're browsing this. Of course, we can add more columns. We can kind of append some columns to the list. So let's add vendor state. We wanted to see kind of where we're working with and who we're working with. We can, of course, export, and you can add any number of columns at the same time. We're not going to add any more right now because we have a pretty good list set up here. We can, of course, export this to Excel just to have it, on premise. We can favorite this list and send it out to our team, share with them the data that they might need to see day to day. We can filter this list, so you can really add any number of filters that you want. So really get pretty in depth with that, and then favorite it or save it as a custom list, which can be really beneficial in saving you time. You can, of course, refresh to pull down from the cloud server to refresh any kind of data. And you can also rearrange any of the column titles. We can, of course, sort the columns, so we can go, highest value. We can also organize by, let's do it by vendor name. So we can simply drag up here, and that's going to sort these by the vendor name. So we can really get a really broad view of where we're at for the day. So let's say you are in your office and one of your team members or employees kind of jumps in and needs specific data for, let's say, our sales line items, or one of our items that is stored in GP's data source. We can simply, and where Popdock really shines, is we can simply jump over here, get that data that we need, really kind of drill down and see exactly what we need and provide them with that information. Normally, you're going to be jumping around to 2 to 3 different dashboards to obtain that data. So there's a lot of benefit in being able to simply jump from list to list that you've already set up, or that our support team can help you set up, and obtain the data that you need. So we just took a look at 2 different data sources. We went from Dynamics 365 Business Central to sales line items. Let's go over to some of our contacts. And this is a really cool feature that I love to show to people, because this really shows you how time efficient you can be. So let's say we've just provided that previous employee with the data that they need. We have another person coming in, one of our sales team or support team, and they are about to reach out to a customer regarding an incident or a question that they might have or anything like that. And normally prior to reaching out to someone, we'd want to see whether they have any current tickets open or anything like that. So I can simply select this information. And let's go with this customer here, and then we can go down here to the Show Details button. Now, as we can see, it's also cross-referencing this data from Zendesk. So we can see here, this customer still has 3 tickets open. So it might be a good idea to get those resolved prior to reaching out to them. So this really showcases the beauty of Popdock, where we have 2 different dashboards where normally we'd be jumping around to check. First, we'd be checking Dynamics 365 Business Central. Then we'd be jumping over to Zendesk. In Popdock, it makes that stay all in one place. So you can really do it pretty much all from popdock.com, or the account that you have set up. And as you're using this program, and as your team gets more accustomed to it and sees what it can do, your marketing team might even approach you for this information. And here's just kind of a more fun one, or one that could be very beneficial in the marketing world. Here's an Instagram connector that we've added. And as you can see, I can add columns like, the time it was posted, the amount of words in the caption, just for that unique data that you really can't get through Instagram or connectors like that. And you can kind of find correlations in, how many people responded to this, how many likes did it get, how many comments did it get, depending on the location even. So a lot of cool stuff you can kind of drill down and see with that. Okay, so in the demo that we just saw, we saw a Popdock account that I had set up that includes GP data, it includes Dynamics 365 Business Central data, some Zendesk, and some Instagram. And I wanted to take this time just to touch on the fact that this is really the tip of the iceberg here. And what I mean by that is when you're working with us one-on-one or with our support team or request a demo, normally what's going to happen is we like to get a feel for where you're at in your business, what tools you might be using, really just where you're at on your journey as a whole. And if we move over here, we can take a look at our connectors list. So as you can see, we have a pretty substantial list of connectors that can be added. And if there's one that you use day to day, or that you need data from, and you don't see it on this list, let us know. We can have a conversation about that. We can run it by our developers, and we can give you an ETA of when we can get that connector added. But what I wanted to kind of just reiterate is, when you do reach out to us, we want to try our best to make you a curated list, your ideal list of data that you need day to day through Popdock. We want to save you time. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us requesting a personal demo, or requesting a connector be added, or, hey, can I do this within Popdock, or can I do that? We'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. You can reach out to us at support@popdock.com. I also wanted to say, if you did see anything else in today's video that you had questions about, we do have a pretty big list of videos on this YouTube channel that go over more of the specific things and the how-tos of how to do more of the specific things within Popdock. We also have a great knowledge base in our help section right here with a bunch of useful articles and frequently asked questions written up for you. So I just wanted to thank you again for your time today, and please do not hesitate to reach out once again at support@popdock.com. Thank you.